What we got next? Because
I
we're at
don't
two
know.
hours now.
I don't have anything else. Anybody else? Oh, Brandy, didn't you have a topic you want to talk about?
Oh yeah, Brandy, go ahead. The floor is yours. What you want to talk about, good sister?
What was we talking about? Oh, titles in relationships.
Oh,
And
okay.
dating.
Do
Yeah.
it. Do it.
What was that? What did you say? I cannot remember.
Does titles control
The
something? Well,
relationship or the cause control. Was that it?
I think that's what it was.
So can y'all give us some context? What you mean titles? Boyfriend,
So
girlfriend, husband, wife.
Yeah, even
yeah,
that boyfriend girlfriend, like boyfriend
yeah.
girlfriend, like
Okay.
does that have an area for control over the person that you're with?
Mm-hmm. What's
I
your
don't know. I
thoughts?
think we had I remember us having a conversation several months back, and one of the things that I said, which I really stick by, and I think that this is applicable to anybody, no matter what the duration of the relationship is, or what it what is planned to, what is planning to be, what it hasn't been yet, whatever it is. I think when people decide that they want to enter into a relationship with one another, they have to have a conversation that sort of clarifies the terms of the relationship. Um, and you almost got to treat it like it's a business, and in some ways, very have discussions as as if the terms are transactional. I think that's the only way you can truly understand what the intentions are of one another in the context of the relationship, but then also understanding where you guys exist mutually in terms of the relationship, not just in the short term, but in the long term. And then within that, you have these very specific conversations about what's allowed and what isn't allowed. What are the expectations of one another individually and shared? And then you can say, all right, well, that's when you say, all right, well, listen, we can consider each other boyfriend, girlfriend, but it might be open. The relationship terms might dictate that, there's some freedoms there that wouldn't be that a bit unorthodox, I guess. And, although you call each other boyfriend, girlfriend, you have the opportunity to sort of step out the relationship, with some, with some guardrail, so to speak. So I think it's very important for people to have conversations first before they enter into a relationship and have these discussions that determine where the relationship is going.
Mm-hmm. Is that loud in the background?
I don't hear anything.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
You remember
So
back in the days? Remember back in the days when like when you used to pass the letter in high school and said, "Do you like me?" and you had
Yeah.
yes or no. How come they didn't do the bylaws as well? You know what I'm saying? When they was doing the paperwork, you know what I mean? Why is it always a verbal contract and not an actual contract?
When I did that, I used to pass a note that was like, "Do you like me?" and it just have yes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even give the option for no.
That's genius. I didn't know that. I should have did that. That's
Yo, if you're not rocking, if you're not rocking with me, you got to write your own word. Damn
I'm using that one.
it.
wow, that's heavy. That was genius. Like I never thought about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Control the narrative. You know what I'm saying?
Control the narrative. That's interesting. Yeah, but
So
yeah, go ahead, B. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, so the title probably isn't as important as defining what the terms of the relationship are.
That's right.
Right. But by determining the relationship or defining the relationship, the conversation could be registered differently. So the person could say one thing and it could be hit to the person way different than where, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we go together. Oh, we go together? We go together. And that might mean something totally different to a man than it means to a woman.
That's
but then
right.
when a woman fuck up, oh, we didn't go together. You know what I'm saying? They just flip that shit to the fuck up.
Right. Right.
So
That's
paperwork should be, you know what I'm saying, the new way of relationships.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Email.
mean, especially when, you know, people have different intentions for a relationship,
Yeah.
right? So one person in the relationship might be like, all right, well, going together just means that just in term or in name, you're my person, right? But it doesn't mean that I'm exclusively with you. You know, if I see somebody else I like, I can entertain that as well. I'm still going with you, but I might be going with them today. You know what I mean? Like something I have read Common's book some years ago, and I can't remember the name of it. I think it was his first, it might have been his biography. It was his, I don't know how many books he's written, but anyway, in his book, he talks about his relationship with Erica Badu, right? And he
Nice
said
lady.
how,
Very nice
and
lady.
huh?
Very nice lady.
You met her before?
Yeah, she's really
Oh,
cool.
okay. So she's a Pisces, so that makes sense that she's
There you
very
go, the spicy
so.
shit.
So he said that one day, you know, when he was in his relationship with her, and we knew when Common was in a relationship with her, right? Because he started dressing different. That was a joke about Common, right? He started wearing the knitted hats and all of that type of crazy stuff. Well, not crazy, but he started wearing that stuff, right?
The shit that Z got on right there in that picture. That's what I was dressing.
Never had I got on now, man.
So Common was like how one day she just told him, she was like flat out, he didn't even know, he was blindsided. And he was like, she said to him, I don't like you anymore.
Phew.
And that was the end of the relationship. Like she didn't, there was no sort of considerate way of her to just break up with him. She just very simply said, I don't like you anymore. And then that relationship was, after that relationship stopped, she went on to whoever she was with next, because she started seeing that person.
It was like
I don't remember what
is somebody. That brother can't even talk, man.
Yeah, it might have been DLC. It might have been DLC. But I'm saying that to say, like, you know, people have different ways on how they go about working within the relationship confines, right? And it's important, if you know that if you're building towards something, sit down, have a formal conversation about what the expectations are, and how also too, which I didn't say, is how you like to be communicated to, right? So all of these things are important, right? Because that's when you're able to determine this is what I could tolerate and what I can't tolerate. And perhaps there's some negotiation there. It's very much like a business contract, right? Some negotiation there. And if you can't agree to the terms, guess what happens? The contract doesn't get signed. You go your separate ways. You know, so I think people should start treating it transactional, and I think there will be a lot more success in relationships.
But I don't like you anymore, and just walks away.
That's what it was. She was, I don't like you anymore.
Genius, yo.
Yeah,
Damn, that was hard.
Crazy. I don't like you anymore.
Nah, that can work. That, for one, that has to have crushed him, dog. Like that I'm sure that's why that's why Common has the reputation he does now, man. All it takes is getting your heart broken, man, by the wrong person.
But here's the problem too, right? Common
it's different for men.
Common and Erica Badu are Pisces, so that's where they went wrong, right? You can't have two people. Yeah, you can't have two people that are Pisces together, right?
Why?
Because you both people can't live in the clouds together. You know what I mean? You can't live in the clouds together, and because you know so much of what we do as Pisces is love and peace driven, right? You can't have two people that way, because you need somebody to understand when the fight is necessary.
Hold on, I thought y'all were fishes.
That's a Pisces, brother. The fish.
What you doing in the clouds?
In the pond, in the peaceful koi pond, then, right?
The same thing your spaghetti was doing in the street.
My spaghetti wasn't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Watch your mouth, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but you know, solidify and formalize the terms. That's what I think.
Oh shit. Yo, you don't have to worry about my noodles. That's all I'm saying, bro. But back to the pod situation.
You said your noodles was in the street and you had meatball.
I didn't say my noodles was nowhere. I said the guy had his noodles off the plate. You know what I'm saying?
Now you were saying you mentioned linguine and all that shit.
It wasn't mine.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. What was you saying now? Because you were saying something about this.
Who, me?
Yeah, but weren't you gonna say something?
I was confused when you said that the Pisces of the two fishes is in the clouds and not in the water.
I was speaking metaphorically, brother. Like I'm just saying that we can't, like, you know how it is. Like from what I hear, two people that have the same signs, they shouldn't be together, because if you're too much alike, then guess what? There's nobody to sort of act as that counterweight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. And for Common and Erykah Badu, it looked good, but I know enough as a Pisces that two Pisces shouldn't be together. You know,
she's a deep sister though.
She's a Pisces.
Yeah. She your Pisces sister. We when we got our DNA test, I spoke to her about the DNA test.
Oh, okay.
We both were Cameroon, and then when I looked at her, you know what I'm saying? I saw her cheekbones and I saw her nose, and we was like, yo. And that was me and Erykah Badu's story.
Okay.
What is he?
I'm just out of curiosity. I wonder is TD Jakes from Cameroon?
Let's see.
No, my people. Remember, I showed you my DNA joint too, and my people.
Bring it back.
My people are from Cameroon too. My people are from Cameroon and the Congo, man. Like, you know,
mine are as well. Yeah, like
that's crazy.
Sis, you do your DNA?
Insane.
I have not. No.
Don't do it. No, for real, because they just came out yesterday. I don't know if y'all saw that 23andMe filed for bankruptcy. But part of their agreement in bankruptcy is that they can sell their data.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so whoever the hell is buying DNA and for whatever reason, like, like
that's crazy.
Wow. Which is crazy. So I wouldn't even recommend us doing that at this point. I went with ancestry.com and I still like
they really are jacking up with Ancestry.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You might see like another Z out there.
Because they stealing the DNA. You told me
there's another Z out there now. It's a Z in Chicago. You didn't know that? You know that Z.
What you mean, bro? Oh, you talk about that one, man.
Chicago Z. You remember Chicago Z? You lucky I got the picture right now, because I'll pull it out, bro. Pause.
That brother looked a little bit like me, man. But he ain't had no soul,
just
man.
like you, bro.
He ain't had no soul, man.
He was tall like you. He was man. All right, while we talking, we're gonna find Chicago Z. All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is the Daily Walk. This is Aki Bang, Didi Turner, the Reverend Brother Pastor Deacon Dr. Jasper. Excuse me, the Reverend Brother Pastor Deacon Dr. Jasper. I'm fucking it up. The Reverend Brother Pastor Deacon Dr. Jasper. And we out of this motherfucker.
You got it.